Hey, Charmaine here, and in this video, I want to share with you something that radically changed my trajectory when it came to my success with weight loss. And you might have heard my story, you might not, but I started struggling with my weight, thinking I had something wrong with my body around age 11, did my first diet when I was about 12, and for the next 20 years almost, just yo-yoed with my weight, tried 30 different diets, struggled with my body image and not liking myself and not liking my body. And one of the biggest breakthroughs I had on this journey, which allowed me to finally get on a good track, a great track in fact, with my health. And you might relate to, maybe I can get a little motivation, but I don't keep it. And I'm yo-yoing with my motivation, or I'm just in such a slump, I can't get going. This is really gonna help you, what I'm about to share. And it's really near and dear to my heart. And I discovered it a few different times, but it really came apparent to me while I was pregnant with my first, with my daughter. And I want to share the whole story because it'll take a long time, but basically when I was asked, how do you feel about your pregnant body? The only word that came to my mind was, I feel fat and disgusting. And I had so many negative things to say about my pregnant body. And this awareness came to me that, holy shit, excuse my language, but holy crap, if I can't even find one shred of self-respect and self-care and self-love while I'm growing another human life in my belly, I'm going to get to my deathbed never having even liked my body at all. And it was such an awareness for me because I'm like, I gotta figure this out. And what was really crazy is I did not know what was going to happen from that decision, but I made a decision that day that I wasn't going to criticize my body anymore, especially when I was pregnant. And what started to happen throughout the pregnancy and after was because I wasn't willing to criticize my body anymore, I started to actually like my body. And, fast forward 7 years, I actually love my body, which is unbelievable from someone who literally hated, that's a strong word and I don't use it lightly, but I hated my body for 20 years. And so to actually go from hate to neutrality to like to love is possible. And, you might be going, whatever, Charmaine, that sounds kind of a little bit woo-woo, but the cool part about it, the really cool part, especially if you like results and weight loss and living in a healthy, happy body that feels light and you feel good in your clothes, is that by learning to like and then finally love myself, it is not hard to get motivated to exercise. And that's the result. Because when you like or love something, you take care of it, you invest in it. When you hate something, you want nothing to do with it. So you're not going to want to take care of it. You're not going to want to take care of your own body if you don't even like yourself. And all you do is criticize yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're lazy and, fat or whatever your thing is. That was what it was for me. And so what's so exciting about ditching, and it takes time and effort and it's worth it. It's worth every second of it. But ditching that inner critic that criticizes yourself constantly in your mind, the benefit of it is you live a happy life, you have self-confidence, you actually care about yourself, and that feels pretty damn good. But the secondary effect is that you actually just naturally want to do healthy things. It's not hard for me to be excited about moving my body and exercising because I love myself. It's not hard for me to want to eat vegetables at every meal because I want to fucking thrive and I love myself. But when I hated myself and I was calling myself fat and I was calling myself all kinds of names, I didn't want to take care of my body. I wanted to sit on the couch and eat chips all day because I felt so shitty about myself. And so I want to share that with you today. And if you're thinking, great, Charmaine, self-care, self-appreciation, self-love, that sounds nice, but how do I do it? That's the next piece. And, I can share all day about how do you do it. The biggest, most powerful tool I used so many, But the biggest one was I used a tool, and I learned it from a man. His name's Colin Sprake. He's a super motivational guy. Google him, look up his stuff, it's amazing. But I learned this maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and I started to really use it. It's called I think it's called the cancel technique, but basically what it is when you have a thought about yourself that's not positive, it's not empowering, it's not helpful, you say the word cancel 3 times. So if I said, Charmaine, this is my big one, I had a lot of ones, but Charmaine, your legs look so fat and disgusting. And then I would say cancel, 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 and I would reframe it. Charmaine, your legs are strong, and you're in the process of transforming your body. And I would always cancel it until eventually, and I would say it took me 6 months of doing this daily, sometimes 5-10 times a day. But after about 6 months, the mean thought of your legs are fat did not come anymore. And now it's obsolete. I love my legs. I truly, even yesterday, and they're not all that different than they were, trust me. But it's more the mental piece. But they are slightly more toned and trim and everything. But I had to work on the mental piece because otherwise I would still be criticizing my legs. So the cancel technique, that's the tool I want to give you today. So if you look in the mirror and you have this negative repeating thought you have, you say cancel, 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 you reframe it, and you do it 10 times a day if you have to, 100 times a day if you have to, because here's the alternative. The alternative of doing that kind of work is you hate your body for the rest of your life, and you stay in that spiral of self-criticism, low motivation, not wanting to do the healthy stuff because you feel so bad about yourself and you don't care about yourself. That's one alternative, do nothing. Or double down on your self-love practice of looking in the mirror and cancel technique when you have a bad thought about yourself. Do it, do it, do it. Do it for a month, do it for a year. Do it for as long as it takes, because guess what? I don't want one woman or man, I don't want anyone to get to their deathbed still criticizing their body, still lacking motivation to be healthy. So let's bite this and get rid of this negative self-talk. It's not serving you. It's probably one of the #1 reasons if you haven't achieved your health and body goals in your life, it's probably because of the way you speak to yourself. That's one of the biggest things I see. So let me know if this was helpful. Let me know your most empowering alternative thought that you came up with to counteract your negative thought. I would love to hear that. And if you thought this was helpful, give me a like, and feel free to message me if you have any questions. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.